Testing. Alright, so welcome. And today I'm actually going to reveal the answers everyone has always been looking for. I need to make something very frank and known to everybody. First of all, please hear the message entirely out. Second of all, this information is not up for debate. This is pure fact. Okay? All I can tell you is the evidence is pending and it's going to be proven very soon because we're still inside of time, so there's still more stuff for us to know. So everybody wants to fucking be proven and shown more shit. So the good news is it's going to be shown very soon. I'm not exactly sure when it's going to happen, but let me try to explain something to everybody. First of all, it's what I'm going to reveal to everybody is what everybody has always wondered their entire life. Everybody always wondered, where is God? What is there a God? All right, I am happy and pleased to announce there is a God, okay? And he is going to be coming back down here and he will show everybody, alright? That's why I'm telling you guys. If you don't believe in God, I got good news for you. He's finally gonna show you guys that he's fucking there, alright? You guys should have known that we were in the middle of a very serious situation and known that it wasn't going to be permanent, that we were never going to figure out where the creator was. That was one of the most obvious things to me. Was obviously we're gonna see him at some point. It's just we need to figure out what the hell is going on. So I figured out what's going on, alright? Let me explain to you people what's going on. First of all, I have great news. I serve the creator, alright? I work for the creator. I watch for the creator, alright? I can tell everybody now with 100% certainty the creator made his son Jesus to come and save us. That's one of my biggest messages that I'm coming to tell everybody is it's true. That was his fucking son. As hard as it is to believe, think about it. How hard is it to believe that that was his fucking son when we can't even notice that the sun in the sky is doing all the work that it's actually doing, right? It goes before our recollection. We can't understand that the sun is doing everything it does, and it just does it, and we don't even know that it's really the sun, right? Because we always forget. It's only until you really fucking focus and study that you're like, oh shit, it's really what it is. So I'm pleased to announce Jesus had to come and destroy the devil, alright? I'm sorry for everybody that's a devil worshiper and everybody that's a fan of the devil. Well, his party is going down and it's over. And first of all, no one would even be on his side if they knew the truth about him. Let me explain to you guys what he's doing. First of all, if anybody likes the devil, do not like the devil, alright? Let me tell you what he's doing to you people. First of all, he has waged a war against the creator, alright? And the creator told him not to do this shit anymore, alright? So Lucifer's already been told, don't steal people's souls. Don't do evil. This is like he's going on his third strike, because when the creator created his son, that's who's going to watch out for all of us, because now the creator has to go beat the shit out of the devil for all eternity, because he has a lot of money to pay back, right? So he's going to have his hands full. So I swear to you guys, dude, he made the son because he's going to be beating the shit out of fucking Satan with no end, all right? The revelation of the creator is this. He has He has no beginning, all right? So here's the biggest formula behind this. This is what everybody has always been waiting for. There comes a point in time, say right here. Say this line represents God, right? Say this line goes back in time. It eventually just starts going back super, super fast. As soon as you get past this point, say you get past this point, right? As soon as you get to this point, you're at the point of infinite, all right? It now becomes an illusion. So even though it looks like it's in a limited amount of time frame, it looks like, oh, that's quadrillion, bazillion years on that one line. As soon as you get to this point, there is no beginning, all right? So that's the revelation of the Creator. There is no beginning. You can keep going and going and going and going infinite amounts of time back. He'll always have no beginning. But the cool thing is say at the end of the line, that's where we are. There is no end, though. So the line will always keep going up. So the line keeps adding on. But the thing is, that's all it does. It only adds on. It doesn't. It never had a beginning, though. So that's why nobody can understand the knowledge of God, is because when you go back so far, you get to a point where it's infinite. You go back quadrillion, bazillion years, it doesn't move the line. You don't move the line. You can't move the line. It's impossible because it's infinite. And it's the only way anything could exist. The only way anything could ever exist is if it has no beginning. So that's the revelation. The Creator has he has no beginning. He has no end. So the revelation is when the Creator punishes the devil. It's going to be the opposite of what happened with the Creator. So the Creator has no beginning, right? Well, whenever the Creator punishes the devil is going to have no end to his punishment because E equals MC squared. Don't worry about what that. Remember, if somebody does something bad enough to where they can never be fucking, they always have to keep paying back more and more money. It's obviously somebody you don't need to worry about, right? It's not a situation you should really attach yourself to and really involve yourself with, because obviously he owes infinite amounts of money. That's the only way somebody is going to have to be infinitely tormented. There's formulas. Remember, all things are possible. It's possible to wage a war against the Creator. It is possible to steal somebody's soul. It is possible to be eternally punished, all right? Because of formulas. If you reverse formulas, you can do it, all right? So all you have to do to be eternally punished is do the opposite of what God expects. Boom, you can get yourself eternally punished because you're doing the opposite of what God expects. If you do the opposite of what God expects you to do, he's going to do the opposite of what you expect, and that's how you get eternally damned. Is you always do the opposite of what God expects of you. Then whenever he comes and rewards you and judges you, he's like, oh, you did the opposite of what I expected out of you, even though you knew I knew even though you knew I knew what you were going to do, you did the opposite. So therefore, well, I'll do the opposite of what you expect me to do because it's fair. So that's why when Lucifer gets eternally damned, that's why everybody gets so confused. He gets everybody to believe that it's not evil, or he gets everybody to believe it's evil to destroy somebody no matter what. Well, that's not the case. If you have to protect somebody and you have to defend yourself and you're doing that to destroy somebody, it's not evil to protect and defend yourself. All right, it's called the yin and yang. You can attack and you can defend. All right. So Lucifer attacked. It is justifiable for the Creator to defend. I don't give a fuck what any of you stupid little fucking morons think. If somebody puts a gun to your fucking head and they try to blow your fucking brain out, you can fucking defend yourself. Period. All right, and that's what Lucifer tried to do to the Creator. And he tried to test him. He's like, well, if you know all things, didn't you know I was going to try to blow your... But remember, he only did that because he knew how to reverse the formula. if the creator knew that he didn't know how to reverse the formula, he wouldn't allow him to get in that much trouble. But since he is applying the reverse formula, he is going to have to pay the price, because the more knowledgeable you are, the more shit you know, the more dangerous it is for you. Like, the less you can't just say I didn't know. The smarter you are. So that's what's the problem is with Lucifer. The creator didn't make him as a fucking retard like he's trying to make it out to be. And he's trying to be like, well, if he's infinite, no matter what I do, he should always defend, always be on my side. Well, there comes a point when all things are possible, and certain circumstances can be brought into play, and shit can happen. And that's what's happening. I don't give a fuck if you morons don't know or don't see it, but the devil is stealing people's souls, alright? And that's why he's going to be eternally punished. Because think about it. When you steal something, it's your choice if you want to return it or if you want to keep it. He will not give back anybody's soul that gives them his soul. Therefore, that is how he's trying to get the creator into debt. Now, let me show you what it looks like if you graph all this. If you graph all this on a line, this is what it looks like. See, this is what it looks like. This is what God expects. This is going to be the end of time. At the end of the chart represents at the end of time. So what God expects, he expects us. Let me explain. I have all the formulas. So the formula to the yellow line, I have the formula to the yellow line. I have the formula to the red line. I have the formula to the blue line. I have the formula to the green line. So remember, all God expects us to do is make people rich. What that means is make people watch what they want to watch. If they so happen to want to change their mind, and if they wanted to watch something at one point and they get tired of it and it gets old and it's not what they want to watch anymore, God expects us to change that and make them rich, and to always make everybody rich, because that's what God did with Lucifer. He gave Lucifer the ability to watch anything he wants to watch. If he can dream it, he can go do it. If he can think it, he can do it. So that's what God expects out of everybody, is to be able to make everybody rich, be able to do what everybody wants to do. If they can dream it, he wants everybody to fulfill their dreams, but it needs to be for the benefit of everybody. Like, if your dream is to fucking destroy everybody and take everybody ransom, that's not a dream that God expects people to go and try to accomplish. And remember, he knows all things. So even if you dream to destroy the world, and if it's not what God expects, the result will never be that. So even though Lucifer dreams to destroy and overcome and overrule over God, it's not what the result is going to be. Even though that's what Lucifer dreams. Because it's just nature, dude. God didn't fucking create Lucifer to put a fucking bullet through his fucking brain and just fucking moonwalk on him and like a fucking rug, and then just say, this guy's out of here. Let's just go burn the rest of you fucks in hell now. Because that's what he wants to do. I don't know what you fucking idiots don't get, but all he wants to do is put you in a volcano and burn your ass. Because it's his way to prove, like, you don't have to give somebody so much for them to be happy. It's like, look, I can burn these people in a fucking volcano and they're going to love it, as long as you deceive the eye. And that's what's going on. You fucking morons are fucking feeding this guy's fire by sitting there putting your guard down, being ignorant, letting him trick your ass, because you don't understand what he's doing. What he's trying to do is he's trying to prove that there's no such thing as choice. That's what you fucking morons have been. I don't blame you guys, because he could trick. It's very easy for him to trick people. But what he's doing is he's trying to prove a case to the creator where there's not a choice. Like, it's not somebody's choice if they want to fucking eternally damn, because he can create an illusion where they don't really know that that's what they want, and then that's what they get. And that's what he's trying to argue against the creator. He's like, watch this. So all these people, they sign their fucking soul away not knowing that they're going to go burn in hell. Because when you sell your soul away, you give the right for the owner to do anything they want. and he releases your eternal spirit. So as soon as he releases your eternal spirit, guess what? He can make you watch anything you want, whether you want to watch it or you don't want to watch it. And remember, he's trying to argue that he's going to try to make it as bad as he fucking can to be like, well, why'd you even let me fucking do this? But remember, dude, everything is possible, and everything that everybody wants to do, and that's how God made it, dude. He designed it where we're in a system where Lucifer was supposed to make everybody rich. He was supposed to make it the opposite, but he does it for evil. So he'll give you whatever the fuck you want. You want $20 fucking dollars? Shit, fine. Go burn in hell for the rest of your life. He'll give you fucking $20. Why wouldn't he give you fucking $20? Why wouldn't he give you fucking $100 billion as if you go jump in a fucking volcano for eternity? Use your guys' fucking brains, and that's what's going on. You people try to ignore the fact that he's trying to get you people to burn in hell and jump into a fucking volcano, and then you accept what he gives you, and then you have no choice because that's what he's ruling. Because you're his purpose. As soon as you sign that contract, he overrules your purpose. You can't decide what your purpose is. All right, so. Never sell your fucking soul to the devil. And that's the only person you can sell your soul to, because he's the only one who knows how to take possession of your fucking soul, because that's the way God made it, because all things are possible. So any of you fucking idiots out there that don't think you can get your fucking soul stole, you're idiots. You know that your body's just like a fucking robot, and all it takes is just the hijacking of electronical signals before you can be walking around not knowing one fucking thing you're doing, and that's what's going on. He can program computers to control all these people. And who knows what's going on with these people burning in hell. But now let me explain to you what's going on here. So what God expects and what God knows are two different things. Even though he expects us to do the best, he knows what we're actually going to do. So it's two different things. So at the very beginning of time, when Lucifer, because this was Lucifer's second strike, God put Lucifer down here because he told him, he said, don't do that anymore, because he tried to steal people's souls and he tried to wage war against the Creator in heaven, and then he lost, so he had to be exiled. He was overruled, so he was thrown out into this universe, and he was told, don't do it anymore. All right? Because think about it. As soon as somebody's told, no, you cannot do that, you're instructed, you're ruled not to do that, then you have to pay the price. Why do you think Lucifer has to pay the fucking price of being eternally damned? Because God at the very beginning, he said, do not do that. You know what I expect you to do. Don't steal these people's souls. Don't destroy them. All he wanted Lucifer to do at the very beginning of time was to show us that God was God. And that's all Lucifer was supposed to do, and everything would have been fucking fine, right? Except he did the opposite. He wanted to fucking try to prove that he wasn't God, and he tried to make the situation as bad as he fucking could. And now what's happening is all God is doing is waiting for the one witness. All God needs is one witness. All right? If one witness can wage the war against Lucifer and get the armies of heaven to come back, it's game over for Lucifer. Because that's what God told him. He says, don't do it, and that was his warning. He's like, if one of these people come back to me complaining to me that you're down here, burn it. Remember, because God knows he's already doing it, but God works in a nature where it's not good to invade in people's privacy. So he knows that Lucifer's been doing all this evil, but he's not going to go into the middle of Lucifer's business, because Lucifer's still trying to prove a point to the Creator, right? So if Lucifer's able to prove a point to the Creator, then that's going to be how the Creator is going to do whatever Lucifer wants him to do, because that's what he challenged the Creator. The Creator didn't do any of this. This is all Lucifer's stupid fucking work. So Lucifer's saying, I the man that you let me try to gather a case against you. So it has to be granted. You can't, God can't just say, hey, I'm not going to let you do what you want to do, because that's like putting somebody in hell. If somebody doesn't want to do something, you cannot force somebody to do it. So he has to let Lucifer try to fucking prove a case against him. But that now, remember, after as soon as one witness, if one witness is able to fucking be able to know what's going on, he's done. He's fucked. Because he was already told, don't do it. If one of these people fucking comes to me and tells me that you're fucking tormenting them, I am going to beat the shit out of you for all eternity. And that's what happened. That's what just happened. I just found out the truth. All right? That's what he's doing. He's fucking stealing people's souls, because if he gets everybody's soul, then he's going to win the case against the Creator. So he's fucking so insane. He thinks he's going to get everybody's goddamn soul. He's a psychopath. All right? So now let me explain something. So God expects him to just show everybody that he's God. That's all he wanted out of Lucifer. He's like, just tell them that I'm God. Tell them that I know everything. And he wants him to help people out, because that's what God does. He wants everybody to be like the Creator, right? So what does the Creator do? He lets people do what they want, and his biggest talent is to allow for everybody to become rich. And that's the opposite of what Lucifer does. He makes everybody become poor, and he puts everybody into debt. So if he was friends with the Creator, and if he was on the side of the Creator, if he was going to serve the Creator, he would make people rich instead of making them poor. Why do you think this whole fucking world is broke? Because he's doing the opposite. This whole world could be the opposite of what we see. You see that national debt? That national debt should be for everybody to just go to the fucking 7-Eleven and say, hey, I want to pull $100 out of that national debt for myself. And everybody should have access to that fucking money as a people. As, 1 month you can pull $1,000 out of that national debt towards everybody. And see, that it should be the opposite. But Lucifer reversed the formulas and did it all opposite. So the thing is how all these people are starving, there doesn't even need to be one person starving, because of the way that we are able to rule over and control over existence. But when you have the light bearer canceling everything out, that's why it doesn't work right. Why do you think it's 50-50? Half of the time you got the sun ruling over, and then half of the time you got the night ruling over, is because you have what God rules into existence, and then you have what Lucifer rules into existence, is because that's how God made it. He made it so that Lucifer can take control of what he dreams of, what he thinks of. So he has access to rule over the universe. So he just totally fucks the universe up. He wants the universe to fucking be as poor as possible. Why do you think it's all dwindling down? It's because, why do you think the natural resources of the whole universe and world are almost completely gone? Is God doesn't expect for us to be living down here with the light bearer, because he already knows what he's going to do. He knows what he's going to do. So that's why the expectation of what we're seeing of the Creator, he doesn't expect for us to be living on this earth for millions of years. That's why he only put a limited amount of gasoline inside of the earth. Is he doesn't expect for us to want to even live down here on this earth. I'm going to reveal to you guys something. That's what the revelation of the dinosaurs is, okay? God does not expect for us to live with dinosaurs, right? Why do you think he put us right next to dinosaurs in the very beginning? It's because he wanted us to fucking just die right at the very beginning. He wanted us to go right to judgment at the very beginning, so then he could set everything straight right away. Except it was the Lucifer's choice to protect us from the dinosaurs. So remember, he's trying to guide us into fucking destroying ourselves, but at the same time, oh no, he'll protect us from dinosaurs because because he wants to prolong it for as long as he can, and he wants to get more and more people. So when God first created everything, dude, he made dinosaurs. He made dinosaurs something that was around us in our surrounding, and it was probably something that was outside of the Garden of Eden, and we weren't probably supposed to step foot outside of the Garden of Eden, because if we did, we'd die. And he knew that there's going to be danger. But remember, Lucifer, he doesn't want us to fucking die and go to Judgment Day right away, because he needs to get more dead against the Creator. That's why this whole time I've been wondering, like, dude, it's like, how has the world not been wiped out? We've been fucking going through all this fucking cataclysm and shit. It's because the damn devil, he wants us to just barely be able to survive, right? And that's why he's in some serious troubles, because, you know, God did not expect for us to even to be living at this point in time. He wanted us to be, he wanted Judgment Day to go up into judgment billions of years ago. Whenever the fuck we were first put down here, he wanted it to be all over with as soon as possible, right? So he didn't expect for us to live down here, because he didn't expect for us to enjoy what Lucifer was going to do to us. And that's why he had, I mean, you know, it's one of those situations, you want the good news or the bad news, all right? Well, the thing is, remember, God doesn't expect for us to like what Lucifer's gonna to offer us, right? He doesn't expect for us to actually even see that offer. So he has to make it aware that there is something out there that you're not gonna like. It's gonna have a useless function that's not gonna be what you expect, and that's what a dinosaur is. It's because Lucifer argues that the universe and existence has useless function that doesn't do what we expect. So one of the ways that God proves to Lucifer is that he's not a useless function that doesn't do what he expects is, first of all, he exists inside of a human body, right? So if he was so useless, why isn't he walking around like a dinosaur? If he was walking around like a dinosaur, Lucifer could argue that he has useless functions that doesn't do what he expects. It's like, if you're standing there like a fucking T-Rex, you can't fucking even write with a pencil. Yeah, then you can argue, you know, that you don't got that it's useless functions that don't do what you expect. So anyway, it was the Creator's way for us to get used to, like, hey, you guys are, no matter what, you guys are gonna run into things that are gonna have useless functions that aren't gonna do what you expect. So he tried to kill. It was gonna be God's way to save Adam and Eve in the very beginning from Lucifer's trap, because Lucifer's trap is way worse. Think about it. What would you rather fucking do? Would you rather fucking have Lucifer capture your eternal spirit and put you into a fucking hang you on a fucking pit of flames for billions of years? Hello, is that worse? Think about it. Is it worse to fucking to not be able to die and burn in fucking in a goddamn tunnel that nobody even knows exists for billions of years, or is it better to just die one time? And think about it. If a T-Rex kills you, you're gonna die in 1 second, and it's gonna be over with. You're not gonna exist. It's over, and you're consumed. But remember, if the devil consumes you, dude, you're consumed for fucking as long as he can hold you. That's what you retards don't get, all right? Get it through your fucking head. We are eternal. We die, but it's only to protect us so that Lucifer doesn't eternally capture our spirit and damn us, all right? So you tell me, was God looking out for us when he was going to have a damn T-Rex come and eat us in fucking 1 second, or was he not? Yeah, okay, yeah, now it makes sense when you stop fucking throwing blows and jumping the gun against the Creator, thinking he doesn't know what he's fucking doing. All right, you guys need to slow down and use some fucking logic and realize that everything's gonna make sense. All right, so yeah, I think it was a great decision for the creator to fucking have a dinosaur come and fucking eat Adam and Eve and consume them, rather than just the devil, because that's what he knew, that the devil was going to consume them. Therefore, it's like, dude, if the creator knows that the devil's going to consume them, he's going to show, like, I would rather you fucking be consumed by a fucking dinosaur in 1 second than you be consumed by the goddamn devil. Now, do what I fucking told you and just die in peace. And that's what he wanted out of Adam and Eve, because that's what he told him. He said, remember, they had enough knowledge to protect themselves and to know not to listen to other people, because it could be dangerous to who you listen to. And they put their guard down. And as soon as they put their guard down, bam, he was able to capture our eternal spirit. And that's where we're in some serious shit. Is, first of all, Judgment Day was supposed to happen a long time ago. It was supposed to happen billions of fucking years ago. And it was going to be to prevent Lucifer from getting in so much trouble as well. Because think about it. Remember, the way God works is he's going to make people, if he's going to make people pay based on what they did. If you tortured somebody's eternal spirit, that's what's going to happen to you. That's how he makes people pay. Because it's the only way to fucking fully balance a debt and make it completely fair, or the best way, right? So if Lucifer would have just let the dinosaur eat Adam and Eve, and then God would have went to Judgment Day, everything would have been a lot better for the devil and for us. You know why? Because, first of all, Adam and Eve would have only gotten killed one time. They would have been killed by the dinosaur one time. Right? And then what would have happened on Judgment Day? God would have ruled that Lucifer be eaten by a dinosaur. Because it's eye for an eye, dude. And it would have been over, and everybody would have fucking learned their goddamn lesson, and nobody would have fucking been fucking around with none of this stupid shit anymore. But you fucking people keep ignoring that there's a goddamn purpose behind life. It's like, it's so obvious. So obvious. Guys, use your brain. There's a fucking reason we're here. It's like, if there was not a reason, nothing would exist. And everything wouldn't line up perfectly. Okay, now listen. So that's what would have happened. If Lucifer wouldn't have been stupid, and if he would have let the dinosaur eat him, and then there would have been nothing else going on, God could have judged everything right then and there, and it would all, because that's what God expected. He expected for everything to be shown right there, and you know what would have happened? The Creator, he would have did exactly what Lucifer let happen to Adam and Eve. So remember, God expects for Lucifer to do good. You know what? He could have walked over to that dinosaur and just punched that fucking dinosaur, and it would have just fucking fell over and died. And he would have did exactly what God wanted, and he would have protected Adam and Eve. And then you know how happy Adam and Eve would have been? They would have been like, "Oh my gosh, you just saved us, thank you." And they would have been so happy. God would have been so happy that he protected them. And then everyone would have been rewarded except Lucifer. Yeah, he protected them from the dinosaurs, but it was only so that he could capture eternal spirits and make everything fucking worse. And now let me explain the way this graph works. So remember, what God expects, it always goes up. He always expects that we're going to do what he wants. So that's what I'm doing, because I do what God expects. I've always tried to do what God expects. It's just my personality, man. Everybody's got their own personality. And I just so happen to be the one to be able to work really hard for the Creator and reveal this. And this is what he wants us to know. He wants us to know that he exists, and he wants us to know that he knows all things, and he wants us, because that's all Lucifer had to do. All he had to do was go tell everybody, hey, God's infinite, God knows all things, whoop-de-doo, let's throw a fucking party. That's what we all wanted. And that's all that was. It was all supposed to be. We were going to go into a fucking party for the rest of all eternity until the devil tried to rule that there was no purpose. All right? So he's trying to rule that there's no purpose. So whenever he's trying to rule that there's no purpose, he's also trying to argue that God does not know all things, and he also is trying to argue that he did not always exist, and that's why he's doing this. So the revelation, I finally seen it. I've been revealed. God knows all things because I seen it with my own eyes, and I can't deny it. Like Lucifer, he just denies it. He ignores it. He just pretends it's not there. He just tries to pretend that there's a mathematical possibility that it isn't him. Well, I know the mathematics. I saw the shit. I know for a fact that, dude, we're dealing with the real fucking McCoy. There is a goddamn God, and he is exactly what you people ever thought it. He had no beginning. He knows all things, and he's going to make everybody infinitely rich. It's just that he gave Lucifer so much watch over the universe that Lucifer put us inside of this vortex to where it's an illusion where we can't realize that we're rich. But as soon as that's what I'm telling you, the evidence is pending. As soon as we get out of this vortex and the devil's grasp is fully lost, which it's going to be very soon, because it's too much pressure. It's like if you challenge the creator, he has infinite power. It's just a matter of time before you get overpowered, right? Well, his power, he is losing control over the creator by the day because he's just infinite in power. You cannot rule over the creator, and that's what he's trying to do. And he's been trying to rule over the creator for so long. Now that's why I'm here. Like I'm doing what Lucifer should have done. Like it's just been destiny, dude. That's what God was trying to reveal. It's like whether or not Lucifer wants to reveal that God always existed and God always was God, we're gonna fucking know it. All right. So that's what this is all about. All right. So what happened was God revealed to Lucifer, like, behold, it is me, the creator. I have always existed. I have infinite power. And that's what he was supposed to go do for people, is to go spread the word to everybody that, behold, God is infinite. Behold, it is God. He knows all. He knows all. Because why the fuck is God gonna go fucking keep doing it over and over when he just told his fucking most fellow servant? You know what I'm saying? As soon as God tells his most fellow servant, then his most fellow servant goes and tells everybody else, and then everybody else tells everybody else, and everybody else tells everybody else. Because God doesn't have to be the one to have to just keep saying, hey, it's me, guys, it's me. Why don't you believe me? It's me. It's the word has to spread. But Lucifer was like, oh, the word has to spread. Well, fuck that. I'm not spreading the word. How about that, motherfucker? And that's what he did. And now it comes to me. Now it's my choice. If I want to be like, hey, it's God, guys, it's God. Well, I'm telling you, it's him, motherfuckers. It's him. He's coming. And he's going to fuck this motherfucker up. I think it's hilarious because I'm doing exactly what Lucifer should have did, which is spread the fucking word, dude. It's him. He's coming. Now let me explain the rest of this graph here. Now in the very beginning, so at the beginning when we were in the Garden of Eden, this was Lucifer's trial in order to learn that everything matters, like it all matters, and Lucifer thinks nothing matters, that there's no purpose, right? Because the reason he argues that there's no purpose is because he's able to steal people's soul. And if he's able to steal everybody's soul, then that means that everybody's saying, I don't even want to exist. And that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to get everybody to say, hey, there's not a purpose to life. And if he can get everybody to pray against God and be against God and be like, there's not a purpose, and be mad at existence, Lucifer will have won the trial, the trial against the Creator. But you got to remember, that's why Lucifer is going to have to face eternal torment, is because he used everything in his ability to try to cancel out God from being who he is, right? So it's all based on E equals MC squared. For every action is the opposite and equal reaction. If he wouldn't have did everything he could to go against the Creator, he wouldn't have been in so much trouble. Like, the truth of the matter is, it's exactly what you guys always thought. When we were born, we were supposed to be born into a paradise, and we were never supposed to die. We should have been like a big ass water park, a big ass goddamn Hawaiian beach, and everybody should have just had a party every fucking goddamn hour, right? And that's how it's supposed to be, because that's what we expect. It's always going to be what we expect, and that's how, because God wants us to be rich, and that's what He gave us the ability to do. Is He gives us the ability to watch all things that we want to watch, and anything we want to watch, we shall be able to do it. So if we want to make a fucking galaxy that's just fucking made of coconut trees, we can do it, because we have infinite power, and we can do anything we want, and it's our choice. And He gave us the ability to become rich and do anything we want, and we can create our dreams. That's what Lucifer was granted the ability to do, was to make a life, a living dream, okay? Except he hijacked that living dream and turned the American dream against us, okay? So as soon as we overthrow him from his power, and he no longer has access and is able to rule over the universe, because he has limited control over the universe. He can rule certain things over the universe, but he has to pay back. That's the problem. And that's the reason why, if you try to pray something for the Creator, like if you say, oh, well, I pray that, say somebody's sick in the hospital, gets a new lung or something, it's all based on what God expects. It's like, what you expect is different than what God expects, all right? So if you pray that somebody gets healed in the hospital and it doesn't happen, it's not God's fault, because Lucifer he's hijacking this realm, all right? So there comes a point when we will have direct access to the universe, where we can rule anything into the universe. But remember, God isn't going to allow us to rule anything into the universe if we don't know the consequences. That's why we can't just rule anything into the universe, is because we'd get ourselves into debt. We'd all go burning in hell, because we'd all be fucking praying for shit we don't need. We'd be fucking, God knows, we'd be fucking praying for fucking bombs over Baghdad, fucking nuclear bombs, and then shit would just appear, and then everybody would have to pay for what they summon into the universe. So that's why there's only one person that has ability to rule into the universe, but he's gonna have to pay the consequences, because he already knows. So that's why we don't have access to the command. We don't have access to rule like how Jesus did. That's the only reason Jesus had access to rule anything into existence. How he was like, oh, I rule that there be fucking fish for my people. He could rule that into existence because he was the son of the Creator, and he knew what God expects. And he knows that E equals MC squared. For, like, he knows that if he rules the universe to do something, that it's going to have to pay a price back. So if Jesus was going to rule something against the devil, that means that the devil will be able to attack back, and that will cause a chain reaction. If Lucifer, if Jesus feeds into the flame and allows for it to become a chess match where you can capture a piece, I can capture a piece, you can capture a piece, that's why the whole time God has to stand there and let Lucifer capture as many pieces as he can until God gets the go-ahead to just wipe the whole board. That's what's going to happen. Because God, that's how God works. If he were to attack back when Lucifer's taking pieces on his board, it's going to give Lucifer more velocity to strike a harder blow back. Because if you do something against somebody, they can do something back against you, period. It's the law of nature. That's why this whole time the Creator has to stand there and take the blows that Lucifer's punching on him. Because the Creator's waiting to throw one strike, boom, and it's going to be over. Because if he throws too weak of a punch, it's just going to feed the fire, and it's just going to go fucking bigger and bigger and bigger. Bah, 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 bah. So it needs to just be BAM! It's going to be all over in one blow, and that's what's going to happen. Because I'm the witness that has finally revealed that the war against Armageddon is going on. And this is finally going to be setting up God's move. He's going to be coming in for the final move. And remember, he's already made a couple moves against the devil, but he's very careful when he makes a move against the devil, because for every action is an opposite and equal reaction. So if the Creator does not make the right move, it could fucking blow up in his face. That's why no one is able to see that the Creator is getting ready to fucking destroy the devil, because he is a ninja. He is very, very precise, and he knows how to get enough energy to overcome battles against an attack. So basically, Lucifer has this whole chessboard filled with all these pieces getting ready to try to attack against the Creator. But the Creator knows that all he needs is one piece to the board. All he needs is one piece to take every piece. And that's all he's waiting for. Because as soon as he gets one piece that can take over the whole board, that's when he's going to move. And that's what I'm giving the Creator access to be able to do, is go into his next move and end the whole game. All right? So let me explain to you what the Creator's move is. The Creator's previous move was, first of all, when he created Jesus. That was the Creator's first move. So first of all, it's all like a chess match. The devil's moving all these damn pieces, trying to surround God and take him out and get into past his defenses. So after billions of years of strategizing an attack against the Creator, boom, the Creator makes his first move. He creates the Son of the Creator. And that's one move out of... The devil already made billions and billions and billions and billions of fucking moves against him. And then the Creator just... He just drops one fucking godlike piece on the board and ends the game. Because Jesus is the Son of the Creator. He cannot be defeated. It's infinite. So, boom. God don't fuck around. The very first move God fucking does on the board, he already ends the game. It's already undefeatable. Because when Jesus steps on that board, he has infinite protection. He has infinite strength. And he totally destroys every single piece on the board that the devil has ever collected. Because, it's the Creator. What do you expect, man? He knows everything. That's how he works, man. So he threw the Son of the Creator on the board, and bam, he just fucked that shit up. So then that's when the devil went fucking apeshit, because he didn't really expect for the Creator to put him in debt, because that's what it did. It put him in debt. Because what's going on is the devil's like, you're not watching this, 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 and then eventually, boom, the Creator makes a move, and then the devil. Remember, the devil's sitting there the whole time thinking, you're not watching this, you're not watching this. That's going to blow your fucking mind as soon as there's a move played back against you. Because if you don't think somebody's watching anything, and then all of a sudden somebody makes a fucking play against you, and then the ultimate revelation, it blew his fucking brain out, because when he looked at the move that the Creator moved on the board, it totally invalidated every single bit of power that he could ever have. And it totally, do you know how pissed off he was as soon as he put the fucking Son of the Creator on the board? Because it overruled every single power. Because you've seen, Jesus can do exactly what Lucifer can do. He can rule over the universe, but Jesus only rules stuff into the universe if it has meaning and if there's a good reason behind it. But Lucifer, he can rule stuff into the universe for evil, but he knows that he has to pay for it later. So he's trying to win the board game so that he won't have to pay a consequence for ruling evil actions into the universe. All right? So just remember, if you can't just rule the universe to fucking move a mountain, you're not supposed to be able to fucking move a mountain right away. Because God wouldn't allow you to put yourself in that much danger. Because if you can move a mountain by just fucking thinking it, well, guess what? You could fucking blow the earth up, too. So, God doesn't want somebody to just blow the earth up and have to fucking pay the price of doing that. So anyway, now let me explain to you. So now try to take into context that this is where Jesus came in. Right there. Or maybe like right here. So Jesus comes in right there. You see that little mark? So remember, the green line is what God knows. God knows that Lucifer is going to fall. God knows that Lucifer is going to fall. The whole time. God knows that Lucifer is going to fall. And then, boom, Jesus comes because he knows that the game is about to be over. It's getting ready to be checkmated. Remember, the game's already over. Jesus is already on the board. It's not me. I'm just, dude, I'm like using Jesus' power to get my power. So, dude, everybody can have just as much power and strength as I have. Just use it for good. And you just have to believe in the Creator and Jesus. And that's why I'm telling you people this, is because we need to get more power against this damn devil. And then we're going to blow this fucker's top off. Because he's going to, you know what's going to happen? He's going to go to Judgment Day. And God's going to overrule him. He's going to say, you know what? I told you not to do that shit, and you're fucking, it's done. And you're going to pay the fucking price, and that's that. And we're not talking about it anymore. You're paying the fucking price. I told you not to fucking do it. It's game over. And that's what's going to happen. So now notice. Remember what God knows? Notice how it shoots up at the very end, because it always goes to what God expects. And I'm trying to get that damn green line right back up to where the gold is because God knows that Lucifer's going to fall, but God knows that we will ascend. Boom. We just ascended because I just figured it out. Now we just have to let it manifest. As soon as it all manifests, it's going to transform. Just like a plant growing. As soon as enough time happens, it's all going to fucking go to the next stage. So sit tight. Jesus is going to come back, and this is what's going to happen. Since I have testified against the devil, I have now fulfilled the debt that mankind has been. We've owed this debt to the Creator since all the beginning of time. It's the debt that God has been waiting for us to fulfill. Because as soon as we fulfill what we're not watching, He will finish the rest. Alright? So we finally fucking paid back our debt. Alright? It's Jesus is the one who finished the debt completely, but us as mankind, we had to do it too, because we're separate from God, right? So we just filled our debt back to the Creator because we're watching against the devil. That's what God expected. All right, now let me explain. Remember, it's all about what God expects. So God isn't going to let us sit down here with the damn devil if there isn't something that He expects us to do between both of us, right? So that's what's been going on the whole time. God expects us to rule over the devil and to watch against him. He expects us to destroy him and to be against it because He's against it. So why wouldn't He expect us to be against it if He's against it? So now I finally busted him. I know exactly what he's doing. Dude, he tried to call me into his kingdom and wage war against God. I know what I fucking know, all right? It's just the way it is. So now, since we fucking finally got our debts paid back to the Creator, and we know what we need to know, because it's what God expects. God does not expect us to work with the devil, and that's what's been going on all in the previous, everything going on in the very past. Everybody's been working with the devil, trusting him, getting tricked, getting fucking trapped in hell. And God don't expect that. He don't expect us to go working with the devil and talking to that damn devil. He expects us to watch against him and destroy him. Guess what? I'm going to do what God expects. I'm going to watch against that motherfucker, and I'm going to destroy that motherfucker. And guess what? I'm the next board piece that is about to wreak havoc on that fucking board. Because I have the power of God. I have the whole armor of God on. And that's where the devil is completely weak. I challenge every single one of you to go put on that armor of God and walk all over that son of a bitch. Because he can't, you know what he'll try to do? He tries to web you up in his web of lies, and then he tries to eat you. If you got your armor of God on, if he tries to shoot his little webs on you, they just vaporize, and you just keep on walking. And then you know what happens? He comes walking next to you like a little spider, and he thinks you're in his web. You got a sword, and you just stab that motherfucker. And that's what I did. I stabbed that motherfucker so hard, you're all going to see it. I swear to God, you're all going to see this motherfucker bleed, because I stabbed him. I stabbed him with the sword of the Spirit. I told him that there's only one God, motherfucker. Get a life, motherfucker, and he's done. So let me explain the rest of this graph. So the gold is what God expects. The red line is what's not shown. And the blue line is what is shown, what we are able to see. And the green line is what God knows that the devil is going to do. So this is all based on what God expects out of the devil. So the yellow line represents what God expects the devil to do. The red line shows what God expects for the devil to get out of everything that nobody knows that he gets. So the devil is going to receive a lot that nobody even knows he's receiving. So remember, when he receives somebody's soul, nobody knows that he gets somebody's soul. So anytime that he receives somebody's soul, that is how the red line goes up. That's something that somebody doesn't know about. That's something that nobody sees. All right, so when he steals somebody's soul, he gets red line. That, remember, between all these lines, it's money. So that's what he banks off of, is stealing people's souls. That's where Lucifer gets all his watch against the Creator, and all the debt that he's trying to watch against the Creators when he steals somebody's soul, because nobody can see it. It's a no showdown. It's something that nobody is able to see. So throughout all this time, he's getting all these people's souls. Nobody even sees it. Remember. And so then the showdown. His showdown. So what people see, notice that people don't see very much of what he's doing, and that's why what he shows is so low. So that's his biggest. That's how he gets so many people's soul, is because he does not reveal himself. All right? So it's through him, it's because he doesn't show you who he is, that's what his biggest power against you. So that's something that God was against. God expects him to show you who he is, and also, instead of that red line being positive, he expects that no showdown to be opposite. He expects this to be completely opposite. He expects this graph to look completely fucking opposite. You know what I'm saying. So either way. So now, what God knows that he's still going to go against them and wage war against them and destroy everybody. So his green line is all the way shot to the fucking bottom, because he's not doing anything that the Creator wants him to do. And that's his ultimate formula against the Creator. He's going to do everything that of opposite that God expects of him. So his green line is going to go down. Now, what fucked up on him is he's at his all-time bottom when he destroys the Son of God, because he does the opposite of what God expects. That's his Son. So he's at the all-time bottom right there. And then boom. Notice how what God expects is finally going back up to where he expects it, is because it's finally crossing the crescendo of, well, God expected us to destroy the devil. God expected us to watch against the devil. God expected us to figure it out. And now, all that money that the devil made against the Creator, it's back in the Creator's hands. The Creator has all that money. It's because that's what God expected. He expected for everything to go where it all expected to be. He expected us to destroy the devil. He expected us to watch against the devil. He expected us to figure it out. He expected us to fucking stab him with the sword of the Spirit. Damn. Wake up, people. And remember, this is good news. This is something you're all gonna see this. The Son of the Creator, like I said, the Creator, he only made one move against the devil so far, and that was making the Son of the Creator, and that one move alone destroyed, it invalidated the entire board. It's like a nuclear bomb. As soon as God put Jesus on the board, it was a nuclear bomb. All right, I don't care how you want to look at it. That's what happened when God put his Son on that board. That's the end of fucking around. All right, that's the end of all you dumbasses fucking around. It's game over. Cause you know what? The next move is this. The next move is that's all God was waiting for, was this one piece. Remember, one piece to the board is more valuable than billions of pieces. So the devil's getting all these fucking little tiny pawns, but all God needs is one fucking piece on the board, and he'll be able to destroy every damn piece on that board if he gets one piece. And that one piece is first of all his son, and also the other piece is the witness. As soon as he gets his witness to do what he expects and to stab the shit out of the devil, that board has no chance. That board can't do anything because they're at the mercy of God, dude. I'm running over the board, destroying it with the sword of the Spirit, and they can't do anything back to me because God gave me the power. He gave me the power, dude. That's why you want to be on God's side. Is if you trust God, dude, He'll give you the power, man, and you can fuck shit up, man. You can fuck shit